school. It's a struggle. Sebastian was tired. We're all tired. The dog's tired and grumpy. I feel tired. Oh, you have a word search. Nice. First word search ever. Good morning, everyone. It is almost noon, but we just did breakfast, groceries, and school. It's a struggle. Sebastian was tired. We're all tired. The dog's tired and grumpy. I feel tired. And Sebastian's actually tired enough that he randomly said, I wish we could just sleep as much as we wanted. Buddy, you have a wake-up call coming in August. But here we are. Here I am. But Fluffy too. Sebastian wanted Fluffy to come. So I'm gonna run into the library and pick up some holds and then get my butt back home. We didn't get a lot of our groceries. It's very frustrating. Started our breakfast off on a sour note, so we need to turn our day around. Let's go. Hello everyone. Sebastian just got on the bath. It is not 9 o'clock yet. Look at us. It was not a very good day. And I feel ugly, which doesn't help. He's been in here playing and made a huge mess and I just don't even want to look. But let's go over the day. It's a grocery day. Excuse me if I'm making the bed at the same time. He kind of messed it up at quiet time. It was a grocery day. I had it set for 9 to 10. I've been doing that earlier slot just because we've been getting up earlier for school and everybody whines that they're hungry. But we try to wait for breakfast stuff to come. So at 7:30, I already got a message that there were substitutions. Usually it is a lot later. But all the substitutions were just no good. Plus there was things out of stock. I had tried to get breakfast things for us, so a box of cake donuts. I keep trying to get cake donuts. They keep sending us yeast donuts. They decided this time to just not give us any donuts. And then I tried to get an assortment of muffins, but they wanted to replace it with 4 triple chocolate, which just tastes like dessert, and probably only a half of one would be eaten and the other 3 would be wasted. So I declined that one. Luckily it let me. What else was it? I had tried to get some fresh sourdough bread for the boys' grilled cheeses, but they were trying to switch it for a seed and grain bread, which I thought would be weird. And then there was something else. They substituted spaghetti for thin spaghetti that's store-brand. I just went ahead and said yes to that one. We can keep it in the cabinet and use it or not. But I feel like there was another one that they tried to substitute and I said no to, but I don't remember. There also was no blueberries, no Italian loaf with everything seasoning, which I'm obsessed with and now Sebastian is obsessed with, and we haven't been able to get it for 3 weeks, so that's a bummer. There's a few other things. It was just, I mean, our grocery bill lately has been around $120 and it was $90, so there was a significant amount of stuff missing, and nothing is that expensive. Like, it's just a lot of stuff. Lots and lots of fruits and veggies, so at least we got all those. But yeah, so we started on kind of a sour note. We were looking forward to having a nice fresh bakery breakfast because it's like just gotten from the store that morning. We look forward to the Tuesday mornings. I don't do it on Mondays anymore because Monday is trash day, so I can clear out the fridge and have room on Tuesday. So that was a bummer. And then Ziggy was grumpy and he wouldn't eat his food. I don't know what was going on with him. And then we were all just dead ass. We were so tired. I don't think that means what I'm using it for. I think it means like serious, but whatever. We were dragging butt. We're so tired and I don't know why nobody stayed up late. I guess just too little vitamin D, too much time inside, still just cold. But Sebastian was just like flopping around during school and not being able to focus. I'm like, are you tired? He always denies it, but then a few minutes later he just randomly said, I wish we could just sleep as long as we wanted. I'm like, dude, you have a rude awakening coming late August. But yeah, I did wake him up at 8:45. I let him sleep so late that at 8:50, when I was about to get into the shower, I got a message that the groceries were going to be there at 9:10. They actually were delivering it early instead of late for once. I'm like, oh, that means 9:05 and I'm not going to be dressed yet. I had 5 more minutes left when they arrived at 9:05. But yeah, going back, we did school. It was painful. It was a workbook day. So sometimes the crafts and activities just don't work out very well. We just gave it our all to try to get this Play-Doh popsicle stick activity where we were building a tree house to work. But I guess tonight I need to go down and do my own unit again because this space alien one worked out well. We'll see what I do. I'm bummed that we finished one book that had just so many great crafts and activities. And I did order some more from that series, but they just haven't been as good. It's just little cutouts for the crafts instead of actual cool ones. But made it through. And then just before 12, as you saw, I went to the library because Jax had 2 more books, and I had accidentally had one of the books he'd already read on hold in my account, because I do that when he's got to return it before he can read it. Because sometimes he's been putting on blocks of 10 books on hold, and then he'll get all of them but like book number 2. And so he reads book 1 and he can't read the rest, and he's at the mercy of this person who has the 1 copy. So he can renew them as long up to 3 times if nobody wants them, but a couple of them he couldn't renew because people put them on hold. So I put those 2 books on hold in my account before he returned them. So he returned them and they instantly went to the next person in line who had to put them on hold. But as soon as those people returned them, I got them back for him, and by that time he finally had gotten 2. So he got 2, 5, and 7 all at once, but I forgot I had 7 on there. I don't know why, because he read 7. I don't know why, but I had it on hold. And when I returned his 7, it went to me. I'm like, I don't know what happened. I guess he had put it on hold as well as me. But yeah, so I checked that out and then immediately returned it. But that was my adventure. I just did that, went right home. It did get up to 45. It was still just under 40 when I was out, so I guess that was in the afternoon, but I've got no tolerance for the cold anymore. I just need winter to be over. But after that, I started looking for stuff for Jackson's birthday celebration. We just do cakes and I decorate a little bit with balloons and stuff. It's just nothing safe we can do. I wish we were at a point where we could do just a small gathering outside with his friends, but it's cold and everybody's freaking getting COVID or getting exposed. I mean, one of his friends is probably just now finishing his quarantine for testing positive. So yeah, but he thinks he wants a strawberry chocolate marble cake. And he was saying strawberry icing, but that kind of limits us to what it looks like. So he's going to go with vanilla that I can dye like a light green. And I'm going to make square cupcakes with like the Minecraft cube grass texture. And then I'll either stick little figurines or little paper cutouts on toothpicks in them. I don't know. I don't have a lot of time. His birthday's on the 5th. And it's really hard to get things. Fondant is expensive from Amazon, and I only have 1 grocery order from Walmart between now and his birthday, and I don't always get the colors I need. So I don't know what I'm going to do. We don't have that craft store anymore. I'm not sure if our party store sells fondant. Might have to look, but I feel like their prices are bad too. I don't know. I just don't know. Gotta figure that out, but I did hear back from my client, and he said, cool, sounds promising to the image I sent him and the progress I've made on figuring out my iPad and Apple Pencil. So I think it'll be really good for us, because a lot of times we don't find just what we want in lettering, and we'll have to have the artist do the lettering, and then later on we need additional words added, and we have to go back to the artist. So if I could do the lettering, since I already do all the text, that could really save time and probably money, because I bet they charge more than me. And hopefully he's interested in me doing some illustration works. Right now I usually just do the geometric labels, so maybe having an easier way to draw digitally will be so nice. So that's a good thing that happened today. But everybody was grumpy. It was just not a good day. Sebastian decided to rebuild his 3-in-1 Lego set back to the original thing that he had done, the shark, and he kept freaking out that he was missing pieces. So the first 2 pieces, it just turned out he put extra pieces on him that we had to take off, and those were the missing ones. He did eventually have one that we just couldn't find, and he was just putting up so much drama about it. We did quiet time, and he didn't want to be there despite having been tired all day. He just kept begging to leave, but I made him stick it through. He did a lot of Lego building and a little show watching. He was just trying to keep himself awake, I think. And then I went down and painted right after. Poor Dan was on calls for 5 hours straight and didn't eat. He doesn't stop to eat if he's busy, which is terrible for you. And I'm sure it made him feel even more cranky and frustrated. But he was trying to help somebody fix something for 4 hours on a meeting, and then he had a scheduled meeting, and he's just been working around the clock, working on his huge website redo and everything that we have to switch out, because he has to switch billing systems because of pricing changes. We have to change email service because of billing changes. So he's having to do all those and figure out what he's gonna offer, because we do hosting on a small scale. So he needs to figure out his new services that will help us, and then also that he can resell. So it's just such a thing. And then he's redesigning the page at the same time. But I mean, in the past it'd be me that was doing that. I don't super love web design, and he's wanted to do just like a bootstrap thing with a theme, and he has to be the one to do all the content because he's trying to figure out these packages and stuff. So I really can't help too much except to pop in and give him CSS advice. So it's super frustrating for him, and I'm stressing out that he's just mentally in a bad place from it, and there's nothing I can do, and we're just all trapped in here. And even though he can handle the cold more, he hasn't been able to walk much because just his foot was bothering him. I don't know. So I painted for a bit. I was doing the mid layer of the grass, and because some paints I got on a lightning deal on Amazon came, I did another layer on the, I don't know what flowers those are, blinking rhododendrons or something, I don't know. I added some more color to those. I need to go back to the fur. I kind of have to go back and forth between the fur and the grass because of the way it overlaps differently in different places. I think it's coming along pretty well. I was going to do crafting as well, try and finish screwing that cake love set together, but I don't think I'm going to at this point because I'm out of time. I decided to take a bath because I had to go upstairs and help Sebastian yet again. He's always wanting to switch between games and TV and games and switch out the game. He's just recently started trying to play games, and it's always a struggle to find something that he can handle. But yeah, when we made dinner, Danny was just so frustrated, and he was like, you pick what would make you happy. So I said one of the choices, and he's like, oh, well, I don't want it, but I'll eat it. And I'm like, so I just kind of narrowed it down to the one where he seemed the most enticed to eat it. So we did soup, and then of course we didn't get that fresh bread, so we had to use the old bread. Luckily it seemed fresh still, fresh enough for grilled cheese. But it turned out that we didn't have the right cheese for the sandwiches. I thought he had gotten it last week, so I didn't order it because we didn't get any of our cheeses last week, and he made a special trip, but he didn't get that. So that was a miscommunication. And then I forgot to order more pasta for the soup, but luckily I had some alphabet pasta. What do you need? No, oh my gosh, that's so green. No, just play with what you have because you got to get out soon. Look at you won. But seriously, you need to get out soon. It's 9:07, which means I've been talking to you for a long time. I guess all the things I've said haven't sounded so bad, but everybody's just in such a bummer mood that it's just not been a good day. I mean, it needs to be spring so we can hop in the Jeep and just drive and feel the wind in our hair and the trees flashing by, the sun on our heads. That's what I need. But I think I'm gonna wrap this up and say goodnight and maybe start mixing up some hair. I just grabbed a few. I'm gonna have to clean that tub. Clean up green scum. He used one of my bath bombs again. I got a 6-pack. They're all lavender scented. I just, as I said, needed to add to my order to get free shipping and also to support her more. I love supporting small businesses. So I wouldn't have chosen rainbow balls, like each one a different color, because I have to clean the tub. I'd probably do all the lavender ones. Well, they're lavender scented, but purple because that one doesn't really make much of a mark on my tub. But yeah, and he's ended up using them because I keep hesitating. I'm like, I don't want to sit in dark green water right now. So yeah, that's what he's doing. But I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm sorry, it was probably short on bad days. I just don't have a lot for you. It is what it is, but maybe tomorrow will be better. Who knows? I'm gonna say goodnight now. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, be kind, and don't forget to wash your hands.